What have Bookie and Broyles brought to the team from a talent standpoint and then from a mentality standpoint?
Both those guys are they're workhorses. Even JB, JB was a guy that came in and didn't get much love last year and didn't take it. A lot of guys take it hard. A lot of guys take their red shirt year bad, and he was a guy that was gonna say, I'm gonna be great. And every time I see that man, he's busting his ass. It's always 100%. He wants to do everything right. Bookie the same way. Bookie works harder than a lot of people, and that's what you have to do when it comes with the hype that Bookie has. You can't. If if I go out there and mess up a play, a lot of people may not notice. Now, all eyes are on a guy like Bookie. If he messes up a play, it's a touchdown. So for you to be that young and for you to come in with that much hype and when you get here, prove it to your teammates and your coaches and be put in a spot to play, and now you have to go out there and prove yourself. It's all about the work. So I think his hard work's coming to notice. Same thing with JB. He's a spark plug too. He's loud. He's energetic. And like I said, communication is so important in football. And JB probably one of the most vocal people on the team, and I love that. It makes my job so much easier if I don't have to turn around because we communicate with the everybody's got to communicate. So when I turn around and I'm trying to get on the same page as the safeties and the corners, and I'm not turning around screaming at them trying to get on the same page. It's kind of just like everybody's talking, everybody's talking it through, and it's not like somebody has to cry and scream out to get the other guy to notice. It's kind of everybody's trying to make it easier on everybody else, and in turn it's making it easier on this whole defense.
What's gotten everybody to buy in on special teams the way you guys have?
It's the coaching staff. A lot of people don't take special teams serious, and I don't understand. You see it every game. There's a player or two or even three, especially in tight games, and say it's a tight game, offense isn't getting started, and you have a punt return. From punt return for a touchdown, it's rare that team loses. Or same thing with if you block a punt, I couldn't tell you the last time I seen a team block a punt and lose. So it's just the fact that our coaching staff has made it is very adamant about that. They're letting us know that this is important. And if you want to play on this team, you're going to bust your ass on special teams. And if you're a guy, that's something that you should pride yourself on. It's not just playing on offense and defense. If you're a guy, if you're that much of a competitor and it's real, you want to dominate on wherever you're at, whenever you're on the field, and that includes special teams. So I think it was just our coaching staff making more of an important show, just showing plays at games where special teams screwed us. It got us the block field goal got us last year in the Rose Bowl. It's just that things like that are such a main point, and it's so important for everybody else to buy in on it.
People talk.
Go ahead, Brian. When did you start feeling the renewed emphasis on special teams?
I mean, I've really always felt it. If you look back a few years, the year we were in the first year we were in the playoffs in the Orange Bowl, we had a damn good special teams unit that year too. I think it's and we've had a few bumps in the roads in the last few years, but I think it's always been a emphasis from our coaching staff. I think guys are starting to believe it now, because I didn't play down the special teams in high school. I didn't have to. A lot of guys come in like that. So a lot of guys, they come in there like special teams. Nah. But I think now you got a lot of guys on the team that just want to dominate. That just want to go out there and play football. So you're seeing it. You're seeing guys out there on punt return just locking their dudes up at the line of scrimmage. You're seeing guys on punt just screaming downfield. It's just a want-to from the players, and I think that's why I'm not going to be surprised when we're going to be in the top whatever percentage of special teams this year. And it's a want-to. It's a want-to thing.
A lot of people, I think when they watched that game last year, maybe the thing that was most frustrating from the fans was just all the missed tackles. Has that been something that you guys have I don't know, is it hard to kind of rewatch some of that from a year ago with Montgomery and the way that he ran and just the missed tackles?
It's tough. It's tough watching, knowing how much talent that you have and knowing that you have a good scheme in, and it comes down to athletic plays. We're Oklahoma. We pride ourselves on getting the best guys. We pride ourselves on having the best athletes. When we play a team, we think we have better athletes than whoever we're playing. So when it comes down to stuff like that and tackling and just effort and athletic plays, those hurt, because that's what do you if you're if you're off in communication and you bust a coverage and give up a touchdown, that's bad, but it's an easy fix. When you're out missing tackles, it's a lot harder to fix that, because we don't tackle you around. It's hard to get in that mentality. So just the game plan again. I think the game plan from our coaches, I think this offseason they did a hell of a job from top to bottom. I think we run about it, and some things we do the same, some things we don't. I think they did a really good job in this offseason, just being prepared, just making sure that everybody's locked in and knowing what we needed to work on, and tackling was a big emphasis. So just even when we're not tackling, when we're tab off and when we're fit up, it's emphasis on getting to the body, running past, and practice running past the guy's not an option anymore. There's no tab offs. It's you break down and wrap him up. And I think that's helping us in the long run. And I mean, I thought we tackled pretty well in the last 2 games.
Leslie, what's your thoughts on Iowa State?
That back's a monster. He's a guy that I mean, you see year in and year out. I think he had 1,600 rushing yards last year or something like that. That's not a cupcake back. That's not. And we played a pretty good back week 1 too. And I think this will be the best back we've seen all year. And like every team with their playmakers, I think they're going to want the ball in his hands a lot. So if we want to stop that, we got to get downhill. I think our D-line resetting the line of scrimmage. I think our linebackers shooting gaps. I think the way our secondary's been coming off the edge, the way we've been fitting up gaps and whatnot. I think we've done a really good job. And if we build on that and we continue to do that, I think we're going to be all right this weekend.
Lincoln Riley kind of talked about they talked about not having a guy that, Obo was exceptional blitzer. We asked him, and he kind of pinpointed you as one of the main guys that's really good at blitzing. How much pride do you take in timely blitzing and being able to get in the backfield?
That's what I like to call that's my bread and butter. You as a linebacker, you got a lot of things they do. You got pass rushing linebackers, you got coverage linebackers, you got run stop linebackers, and so on. I like to pride myself on being able to do a lot of things, and growing up, I played off the edge. I played a lot of outside backer. I played a lot of DN growing up. So it's something that comes natural to me. So when I get to blitz, it's I want to get home. I don't get an opportunity to blitz like our outside linebackers do, like our D linemen do. So when I blitz, I'm trying to get home. And if that's disguising the time, whether that's beating my man in front of me or disguising and trying to trick the O lineman into letting me come free, I take a lot of pride on that. I'm trying to get home every time I get an opportunity.
What's the difference between coming off the edge and coming up through the middle as you have to do at the wheel?
It's patience. Off the edge, it's more athleticism. That's why you see Obo's a freak. Like, you look at him, he looks like a mannequin. So, it's a lot more athletics on the outside, and just philosophy-wise, the outside linebacker is a lot more athletic, and the inside it's more you have to use your head more. You have to see rush lanes, and you have to try to trying to guess where the O linemen are going to slide and where the running back's going to pick up and what type of pass protection they have. It all goes out. It's not just a sit there, see an open hole and run. It's a lot deeper into that.
With a guy like Neville in front of you, does that help you out a lot?
Y'all seen what he did this weekend. If Neville's spending a quarter of a second on the center and the running back has to pick him up instead of me blitzing through and I come free, I love that. That's the stuff that I like to see. If I got D lineman playing, like I've said that this since the beginning of the season. If our D line plays like that, it's gonna be a long year for a lot of teams. And Neville's a big part of that. I mean, just game long, just abusing the center, getting in the backfield, putting pressure on it. It doesn't let a QB step up. Then he has to flush, and I don't have to worry about chasing him around or breaking down. At that point, it's just run through and chase him down. So I think having guys like that in the middle, that's essential.